Testing. Oh, okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nicholas, and I was one of the previous scholarship recipients from last year. And I wanted to thank you all for joining us for our annual Seattle Betsuin Scholarship Service. We are grateful to have such dedicated and generous Betsuin members who helped to establish these scholarships. The first of today's awards is the H.N. and Yoshiko Tsuchihara Memorial High School Scholarship Grant. This grant provides recognition to high school seniors who have shown leadership and participation at the Seattle Betsuin, as well as in their school and community. This award was established by H.N. and Yoshiko Sujihara, who married at the Seattle Betsuin, formed lifelong friendships, and raised their family while dancing at Bonadori and cherishing the Dharma messages. The Sujihara family's wish is for the students to carry the Buddha and Dharma messages with them and remain connected to the Seattle Betsuin. The recipient of this award is Kenzo Yoko. The second of today's awards is the Masaru and Mitsuma Shimokon College Scholarship Grant. This grant was gifted and established by Dr. Susumu Shimokon in honor of his parents for their many years of service to the Seattle Betsuin. Masaru served the Betsuin for more than 50 years, and his mother, Mitsuma, for more than 40 years. Dr. Shimokon was grateful for the care of the doctors who cared for his parents, as well as for those in the science and technology fields. The recipient of this award is Macy Hirota. Thank you to Rinbon Katsuya Kusunoki, Tina Ko, Connie Ozeki-Chin, Lori Chisholm, and Yvette Terada for their work as members of the Seattle Betsuin Scholarship Committee. Please enjoy today's service and essay readings. Thank you.
Please join me in the show. Put your hands together. Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu, Namo Amidabutsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. The first sutra chanting is Vandana Tisarana. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammam saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sangham saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. I go to the Buddha for guidance. guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Kie Butsu. Namo Kie Ho. Namo Kie So. Sutra chanting of Juseige on the 21 on this orange service book. Gagon chose ga Hishimu shoudo Shigan fumanzok Seifu jou shougak Gao muryoko Fuidai seshu Fusai shobingu Seifu jou shougak Gashi jou butndo Myosho chojipon Kukyou mishomon Seifu joshogak Rinyoku jin shounen Joe shubongyon Shigu mujodon Isho tennin shin Jinriki emdaikon Usho musaidon Shoujo sankumyon Kosai shuyakunan Kaihi chiegen Neshi komohan Heisoku shohaku Tsudaten zen shumon Koso jo manzok Iyo uro jipon Nichigaten shujukin Tenko hom tugem Ishu kai houzon Kose kudoku hon Joho dai shuju Seppo shishikun Kuyo hisai butsu Gusoku shutoku hon Ganne shitjoi man Tokui sangai hon Nyobuten mugechi Tsudaten mifushon Gangaku erik Toshi sai shouson Shigan yakoka Daisen hokandon Koku shoten ni Touchi myouke Namandabu 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 ナマンダブガンニシクドクビョウドウセイサイドウホンボダイシンおうじょうあんあこナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ、ブナマンダ。The next program is the threefold refuge. It is showing on the screen, so please recite the threefold refuge together.
Good morning, everyone. Please join me in reciting the threefold refuge. Please join me in reciting the threefold refuge. Difficult it is to receive a human form. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the Dharma of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not cross over to the truth in the present life, in what life shall we cross over? Let us with sincerity and true reverence take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. May we together with all sentient beings awaken to the great way of enlightenment and see the unsurpassed intent of Amida Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. May we together with all sentient beings enter the storehouse of the Dharma, becoming like the wisdom ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. May we together with all sentient beings become units in true accord, in harmony with all things. The peerless, profound, and wondrous Dharma is rare to encounter, even in many hundreds and thousands of kalpas. Now we are privileged to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay, thank you for attending this Scholarship Sunday service this morning. So Scholarship Sunday service, former scholarship recipients also participating this service to each program. You can see like Nicholas is doing the chairperson, then Threefold Refuge or other part of the program. Those former recipients are participating in this service. Then the first scholarship is Yoshiko Tsujihara Memorial High School Scholarship Grant. Then scholarship grant is one of the requirements is writing the essay. Then I will always pick the essay topics. Then this year, the Dharma school theme is peace. This year, whole school year, we pick Dharma school, the theme, then the theme is peace. Because the year of 2025 is the 80th anniversary of Hiroshima and Nagasaki's atomic bomb. So then when I was thinking about the scholarship essay, so I was thinking to something related to this Dharma school theme. So then for this high school scholarship grant, I chose the theme, then the words from one of the Nagasaki's atomic bomb survivor, who is my family temple's member. He passed away about 10, 15 years ago, but his name is Katsuji Yoshida. As I mentioned, he's a Jodo Shinshu follower. Then he had a severe injury from an atomic bomb. He is always covering one side of his face. Then because of his experience, later he devoted himself to share his experience and try to make this world peace. So he always closes his presentation or speech with his own word. He always says the basis of peace is for people to understand the pain of others. The basis of peace is for people to understand the pain of others. Then I also, in the scholarship application, I included his essay to his, sharing his experience. A couple years ago, I translated it into English. Then I put it in the Seattle Betsuin's newsletter as well. So the scholarship recipients read this essay, then think about the words of Katsuji Yoshida. So now I'd like to invite Kenzo to come up to the podium to share his essay. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. As Nicholas and Reverend Kuznocki mentioned, my name is Kenzo Yokum, and I'm a senior currently at the Bush School. And yeah, I'm here to present my essay on my experience reading and the passage from Katsuji Yoshida. First off, I would like to recommend everyone here to read some of his speeches and just his essays. I found them to be extremely powerful, and they have helped me to just become a more thoughtful person, an empathetic person. All right, I'll just get right into it. Katsuji Yoshida offers a powerful guide for how we should engage with the world and each other through his words. The basis for peace is for people to understand the pain of others. It's easy to get wrapped up in our own lives, thinking that our struggles are the only ones that matter, but Yoshida urges us to step outside ourselves and consider the pain others may be experiencing, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. One way to apply his teachings is through empathy. True empathy goes beyond just recognizing someone's pain. It's about truly understanding and feeling it. Whether this means stepping into someone's shoes rather than just seeing them from the outside. One example I've experienced, if someone at my work or a classmate is, short-tempered or distant, instead of reacting with frustration or being irritated at them, you could pause and wonder what might be going on in their life that's causing this. We all have personal battles, and sometimes people just need understanding, not judgment. Another powerful way that I have found to practice this idea is through active listening. It's not enough to simply hear the words someone is saying. True listening means paying attention to the silences, body language, and emotion that someone is trying to convey. When you listen deeply, you connect with a person's struggles and build a bridge between yourself and them. This is something I try to do when friends or family are going through tough times. Instead of rushing to give advice, I just try to be present, showing that I understand and care. Sometimes that simple act of being there is more helpful than any solution. Another important part of Yoshida's message is confronting our own biases. Everyone here makes assumptions, whether about individuals or entire groups of people, and these biases can cloud our understanding of someone else's pain. Recognizing and addressing these biases is key to truly stepping into another person's shoes and seeing things from their perspectives. Another way I found to apply Yoshida's message is how I respond to conflict. It's easy to react with anger or defensiveness during a disagreement, but his message encourages us to take a step back. Instead of lashing out, I can pause, reflect on the other person's point of view. What might they be feeling? What circumstances could be driving their behavior? This shift in perspective fosters patience and empathy, allowing me to engage in a way that prioritizes peace over the argument. It's not always easy, but it's a conscious decision to understand the other person's pain before reacting. At its core, Yoshida's message challenges us to be better, to live with greater awareness, compassion, and understanding. It calls us to recognize that everyone we encounter is carrying their own load, and how we respond to their pain can either create division or foster peace. When we truly understand the pain of others, we build bridges instead of walls, and we move closer to a more compassionate, peaceful world. Thank you everyone for listening. That was my essay to the prompt.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Kenzo. So I really appreciate his essay. So I think some of you are here 2 weeks ago, 2 Sundays ago. He already also give us his personal reflection at the personal essay at the Dharma Exchange. That's also I really appreciate. Great essay. Thank you so much. Congratulations. That's short. 나만다. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Can I use this one? Okay. Okay, the next one is 2025 Seattle Betsuin Masaru and Mitsuma Shimokon College Scholarship Grant. So this essay topic also, based on the theme of peace, I pick the topic or theme. Let me. So the year of 2025, as I mentioned, the 80th anniversary of the end of Second World War II, then Hiroshima and Nagasaki's atomic bomb. Then after the World War II, the Treaty of San Francisco was held in 1951. So there, a representative from Ceylon or Sri Lanka, Finance Minister J.R. Jayawardena quoted a Buddha's teaching. So the teaching was, hatred ceases not by hatred, but by love. So this was a Buddha's teaching in his speech. So this was the essay topic. Then I found this in the another book which I have. It is also mentioned, in this world, hatred is never eliminated by hatred, but hatred is eliminated only by abandoning the hatred. This is an eternal truth. This was written in Dhammapada number 5. So, when they are talking about post-war reparation, then everyone try to get something from Japan, but only the Sri Lanka, because of Sri Lanka's this finance minister's speech, then Sri Lanka say, no, we don't want anything. We don't want anything because Japan needs to recover. So Sri Lanka wants to support Japan to recover first. So that's why he used this Buddha's teaching So this is also another how we can apply Buddha's teaching into our daily life. So then scholarship recipient is Macy Hirota. So now she was not able to come to the temple today, but she recorded her essay. So let's listen her speech.
Hatred ceases not by hatred, but by love. This quote, taken from the words of the Buddha, encompasses a theme that over 1,000 of years has been restated by many influential figures such as Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. But what does it mean? How can we overcome hatred by choosing love? To illustrate this quote, I look to the story of Angulimala Sutta, who in the time of Amida Buddha terrorized and killed those in his local region. One day, the Buddha had stopped for food in the area and was warned off by many men to stay off of Angulimala's path. Despite their warnings, the Buddha calmly walked on, and as Angulimala came to kill him, the Buddha cast on him a will that would not ever let him catch up, even as Angulimala ran with all of his might, yelling at the Buddha to stop where he was. But the Buddha's reply was not what Angulimala had expected. He turned to the killer and simply stated, "I have stopped, Angulimala, you stop." When asked what he meant, he explained, "I have stopped Angulimala once and for all, having cast off violence towards all living beings. You, though, are unrestrained toward beings. That's how I have stopped, and you haven't." Moved by the Buddha's wise words, Angulimala decided to abandon his weapons, asking instead to learn the Buddha's way. Even though Angulimala vowed to change his ways, the villagers ran to their king Pasenadi in fear, hoping for protection against Angulimala's terror. In response, the king gathered troops and showed up at the monastery where Angulimala stayed. There, the Buddha greeted him and offered the king a question. How would he treat a monk who refrained from violence, refrained from lies, and had virtuous character? The king replied that he would bow down to him, or rise up to greet him, and was surprised to find that Angulimala was the monk that the Buddha was referring to. Shocked by his transformation, the king withdrew his troops and instead of killing him, vowed to protect Angulimala. Just like the Buddha and King Pasenadi showed compassion and love towards Angulimala, we too can show love to those around us. Even in times where we feel frustration or anger towards others, it's important to keep this teaching in mind, as what would have happened if the Buddha and King Pasenadi had shown hatred towards Angulimala instead of forgiveness and compassion. In our daily lives, this can look as simple as showing forgiveness towards someone who has wronged you, or just understanding and accepting that, like the world, people are impermanent and can change their ways. Hatred is a cycle, when not stopped, can lead to a loop of greed, anger, and ignorance. The only way to cease hatred is to, like the Buddha, show compassion and love. Please join me for Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Okay, I didn't know there's a PowerPoint slideshow was also included. So essay itself also really I appreciate, but you know, using those slideshow, that makes us more reachable and easier for us to understand. I really appreciate Macy's message too. So unfortunately, she was not able to come today. I'd like to present this to Macy's mom, Haru. Congratulations. おめでとうございます。Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's a both they did a great job. I really appreciate those. I really looking forward to listening those scholarship recipients' essays because they always apply the teaching to their life. So then I really enjoy listening scholarship essay every year. Then, okay. So next is the Gatha. Oh, are you supposed to say what to? Okay. Okay, Gatha, light of wisdom. Then please. Then it is also recorded. If you can sing, you please sing along with the recorded video. Thank you.
Writing the Gatha, the Light of Wisdom was a really interesting experience for me. I've never written Hagatha before, and it was really great to work with so many different people to compromise on the lyrics and the music. I think we had a lot of fun making this in class. Personally, it was a little challenging to create the Gatha because I was in the middle of getting my EMT certification, and I had a lot on my mind finishing high school. But it was a really great experience, and I had a lot of fun with it. Recording the Gatha was a new experience for all of us. Most of us had never been in a recording studio before, and we had to split the recording sessions into 2 groups, but it was a really unique experience that I enjoyed. I think the end product came out great. This is the Gatha, the Light of Wisdom.
Like the sun above you and me, and every finite living being is shown the middle path to see. Amida's compassion is for one and all, so take refuge in Amida, the true. Compassion shines for you and me. Amida's light, bright as the moon, plants in our hearts the Nembutsu seed. Amida's compassion is for one and all, so take refuge in Amida, the true.
That's nice. Both recipe and scans and Macy are in the slideshow. I think you found them in the screen. So now we have my pledge by Corey, then followed by thank you and closing by Kaya. Can we go to continue? Okay.
Our pledge. Breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha who tirelessly works to liberate all. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Congratulations again to Kenzo Yokam and Macy Hirota for being the recipients of the HN and Yoshiko Tsujihara Memorial High School Grant and the Masaru Mitsuma Shimokon College Scholarship Grant. We're extremely grateful for the generosity of these families that have supported our Seattle Betsuin students as we further pursue our educations. Thank you for joining and participating in today's service. Thank you to the Betsuin Scholarship Committee, Rinbon Kusunoki, Tina Ko, Kanya Ozeki Chin, Lori Chisholm, Yvette Terada, and last year's recipients, Nicholas Hamakami, Corey Tanabe, Jared Nakashima, and Maya Taylor. Last year's Seattle Betsuin's high school Dharma school class, Kemi Nakabayashi, Minister's Assistant Alex Sakamoto, Marissa Wong, and Eileen Tanabe for producing and presenting today's scholarship service. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Does anyone have any online announcements?
Good morning. The registration is now up on the Seattle Betsuin website for our April 19th special music and dinner event with Reverend Bridge, Miko Shudo, and Miharu Okamura. So I hope you will look at that and the flyers that some of you have received with the electronic link to share with your extended friends and family. I encourage you, if you want to come, to register right away and then send on the information. We need to have the final count by April 12th to prepare for the catered food. But it should be a really great multi-generational event, and we encourage you to invite other people that would be interested among the community as well. And then we'll see if we can get to capacity. So it's exciting for me. And then regardless, on Sunday, April 20th, will be our Earth Day Family Music service also with Reverend Harry Bridge, Miko Shudo, and Miharu Okamura participating in the after-service program. And then we'll be dancing Lantern Song together at both events. So please mark your calendars and hope you don't have conflicts. Look forward to that. Bye.
Good morning, Sangha members. I'm sharing some information about a temple organization, Gojikai. Gojikai has been serving the temple for over 60 years, but recently has diminished visibility. Hopefully we can improve on this. We are reaching out to those of you who are retired and or have flexible work schedules. Gojikai invites you to our once a month, second Friday service and meeting with Rinban at noon here at the temple and online. The next meeting is scheduled for April 11th at 12 p.m. Also, for those who want to meet in person, we do enjoy a bento lunch, so please contact me after service to reserve your meal. Thank you.
Good morning. Next week, we will be celebrating Hanamatsuri, and this is going to be, of course, in person. So as you all know, our Hanamido was damaged due to the arson, so we're still kind of putting some things together. But nevertheless, we have planned for a great Hanamatsuri celebration, including the much loved brunch. So please invite your friends and family to join us, not only for service, but to stay for brunch. Following that, this is going to be held, service and brunch will be held in the gym. And as you heard, people meet during Bonodori. So please mark your calendars for Bonodori, July 19th and 20th. We are planning for almost full normal Bonodori, less having the buildings because it's still under construction. But we do need the entire Sangha village and friends and family to help with that. So remember to come next week and then mark your calendars for Bonodori this year. Thank you.
I would like to invite all women who are members of the temple or who become members of the temple to join our women's organization, the SBBWA, or the Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Women's Association. And our mission is to support the temple in its many activities, as well as support the community. We also provide support to our youth organizations here at the temple. So if you would like to join, there are application forms and information pamphlets on the table next to the wall. We also have our own activities to promote friendship and have fun. So if you'd like to meet other women at the temple, please consider joining. Thank you.
Thank you for all the online announcements. I had a couple of in-person announcements as well. Dharma School students